Audition music 11 and 12. Okay? All right, so we see yet another dotted 8/16 note rhythm there in measure 12. Man, you guys are going to be so good at those by the time this is over. All right, so analyze the rest of it for counting for me, please. Quarter notes, eighth notes, 1, ta, 2, te is how that one's going to go. All right, let's count it. Down, up, rhythm, here we go. 1, 2, 3, te, 4, te, 1, ta, 2, te, 3. One more time. Count it, here you go. 1, 2, 3, te, 4, te, 1, ta, 2, te, 3. All right, let's play it. Now it's up there on a B flat. So let's try it because we're going to need this high aperture in air ready to go. Down, up, rhythm on B flat. Again, set and go. Now, if you look down to the third line, it has measures 11 and 12 written down an octave or in the lower notes, okay? So if you're having problems being able to tell some of those high notes there in the original 11 and 12, you can look down and that will help you with some of the note names, but and it's okay if you want to play it down there for a little bit, but I'm going to focus on the original measures 11 and 12 because we have to get used to that face and air to be able to play those high notes, and because remember some of those high fingerings are different as well, okay? So if that helps you be able to tell what notes those are with, I know, all those ledger lines above the staff, that's okay, but don't spend too much time down there because you also have to be able to recognize it up high, all right? Okay, so we got to put some notes now. So look at measure 11, and we're going to look at the first 3 notes. Now that very first note is a high D. Remember, that's just thumb, 2, 3, and bob. Then we got to go to B flat. Round thumb version is fine. Okay, so D to B flat. Got to make sure you can make that change. And then the third note is high F. Yes, high F without no naughty. Okay, so we have to be able to make those 3 notes come out correctly and make it as smooth and pretty as we can. So D, B flat, F. Okay, let's try fingering those 3 notes. Down, up, 3 notes, go. D, B flat, F. Did you get to the F with no naughty? Again, here we go. D, B flat, F. Let's try it. So high D, remember? No right, we have bob down, but no other right hand fingers down. Down, up, 3 notes, go. Again, and go. One more time, and go. Now the next note is high E, so F to E, you might have to practice that change, just going back and forth a few times. High F, no naughty. High E is like E, remember, but no third finger. So F to E, F to E. Okay, so let's try adding in that high E. Now notice it's slurred, so if you can make it up to that high F and change your fingers really quickly to that E, it should stay up high for you, okay? All right, so let's try those. Adding the E, so we're playing 4 notes now. Starting on high D fingering. 4 notes, ready, set, here we go. Again, and go. One more time, and go. Alright, so now let's add the next note, which is high D again. So F, then E, back to high D, kind of walking it down there. Ready, set, and 5 notes, go. Again, and go. And finally add, it's not a C, it skips down to B flat. Okay, let's try it. All of 11 here. Ready, and set, and go. that's high. And I know some of those fingerings are a little challenging, so make sure again your fingers are going to the exact right places. You're using those high note fingerings, and that's going to help the high notes come out. And of course, good air, good aperture, guys. Okay? All right, so let's look now at measure 12, and let's look at the first three notes. This is just going to be A, B flat, C. So we're just taking off A, take off 2 for B flat, because you should be on round thumb B flat. Take off thumb for that high C. A, B flat, C. Ready? Finger with me, 3 notes go. A, B flat, C. All right, let's try it. Ready? Measure 12, 3 notes. Ready? Here we go. Ready, and a go. One more time and go. Add the next note. We're skipping down to A. And ready, 4 notes go. Again, and go. And now, add that last note, G. Ready, and go. Alright, so let's go back, and we're going to try to finger measures 11 and 12 together. Now, if you would like, with your pencil, I will allow you to write in one note name, and that one note name is over that high F. Okay, if you would like to do that. Okay, I know that's really high. I know that's a lot of lines above this F. So if you need help identifying that, you may put that one letter name in above that high F. Okay? All right, let's finger all of 11 and 12. Here we go. Down, up, fingers, here we go. D, B flat, F, E, D, B flat, A, B flat, C, A, G. All right, let's try it. Put it together. And down, up, ready, here we go. Alright, so I know that's a little challenging with fingers in air, but again, break it down, work it out. Now what I'd like to do is go back, and we're going to try to put measures 9 through 12 together. So all of the third line, okay? Alright, let's finger it one time. So this puts together the technique of measure 10 and those high notes of measure 11, right? Okay, here we go. Let's finger. Remember, it starts on E natural. Ready, and finger, here we go. E, G, C, A, B flat, A, G, A, B flat, C, D, B flat, F, E, D, B flat, A, B flat, C, A, G. All right, let's try it. Down, up, ready, here we go. Alright, if you're feeling pretty good with that, guess what? Let's go back to the very beginning and play measures 1 all the way through 12. Putting the pieces together, guys. Here we go. Measure 1, ready, set, and... Alright guys, good luck. Happy practicing.